ਹੈਲੋ ਨਮਸਤੇ ਆਦਾਬ ਤੇ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਤੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹਾਂ ਹਰ ਵਾਰ ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਫੇਵਰਿਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਦੇ ਰੰਗ। ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਰਾਜ ਖਿਲਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਸੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਫੇਵਰਿਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਦੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਐਸੀ ਪਰਸਨੈਲਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਰੂਪ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਸਾਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ, ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਰਾਜ ਖਿਲਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਮੈਡਮ ਪ੍ਰੀਤੀ ਖਿਲਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਜੀ, ਕਿਸਮਤ ਦੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਦੀਪ।
ਔਰ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਵੈਰੀ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਨਣਾ ਚਾਹੂੰਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਉਂਡ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਚਪਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਐਂਡ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਰਥ ਪਲੇਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ।
ਦੀਪ ਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਜਨਮ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਟਾਊਨ ਤੇ ਮੋਗਾ 'ਚ
ਜੀ।
ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਬਚਪਨ ਗੁਜ਼ਰਿਆ। 6ਵੀਂ ਤੱਕ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ
ਜੀ।
ਐਂਡ if you don't mind, I can start in English.
Sure, you can.
After that, we moved to Haridwar,
Okay.
and which is one of the holy city in whole of India.
Mm-hmm.
So 12वीं तक मेरी पढ़ाई उत्थे ही हुई है, and after that I went to Lucknow in King George Medical College where I did my medical education.
Okay.
And that's how my childhood was spent there, and then the working period started, and started working in New Delhi.
Okay.
In Ram Manohar Hospital. I'm talking about back in 95 to 99.
Mm-hmm.
And then few months we spent in Apollo Hospital in Sarita Vihar, New Delhi.
Okay.
And then 1999 I left India, and since then I've been moving around in different countries.
Okay.
Saudi Arabia, Nepal, America, UK, and now finally in Australia.
Yeah. My question is, how was the exactly idea to come in Australia?
Look, we were in UK, and in fact we were planning to like when we did away further education and training in UK for the like what we call is a fellowships in pediatric, and my wife did in gynae. So we were looking around for the further jobs over there. So then one of my friend told me, why don't you try in Adelaide?
Okay.
In Australia. So he was in Adelaide.
Okay.
So we applied for the job. So it was a sort of a 1-year contract as a holiday sort of in Australia.
Oh, okay.
So we came for a 1-year job as a contract, and then we never looked back, and we love this country that much, and we are enjoying, and now there's no point of going back anywhere now.
Yeah.
So initially we were looking in 14 years ago, like I'm talking about 2004, that we will go back to India and start our life over there. But after coming to Australia, living in such a wonderful place, wonderful country, and wonderful people around us, and we have no way to look back now.
Yeah, there was no point to go back.
No point at this stage.
Yeah.
So that's how the life started back in India in a small place, and now we are enjoying our life in Melbourne.
Yeah. Definitely I will ask you same question about your background.
Yeah.
And in very interesting question how you met as well.
Yeah. So I was born in Karnataka in India, in a small city called Dharwad, and then when I was 10 years old my parents moved to Lucknow. So rest of my school and college was all in Lucknow, and then I got selected in the medical pre-entrance and started doing my medicine at King George's Medical College in Lucknow. And yes, how we met, jab we met, is that we met when I was doing my internship. That was back in 1993 actually. So
Okay.
it was 24 years back when we met, and yes, we've been together since then. And same, moved from India to different countries, finally landed up in Melbourne in Australia in 2004.
So in the all countries you was together.
Yes, we were together.
Okay.
Yes.
So my question is for you, any challenge for you life challenge when you see like it's a
Look,
big problem?
life is a challenge in
Yeah.
each and every aspect. When particularly whether you live in India or whether you leave India, and wherever you live, there is a challenges, and we over the time we learn how to face these challenges and overcome these challenges.
Yeah.
And particularly, I will talk about challenges with some of the good and some of the weird or some of the bad experiences we had.
Yeah.
And when we was in Saudi Arabia, which is a totally different culture. The first thing was absolutely a culture shock.
Okay.
And it's a totally different culture, different reason, and the mindset of public over there is totally different, as if like you are working for them rather than working as a human being.
Yeah.
Though they were relatively very good with doctors, but still there's a huge difference when it comes to the human right.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest challenge. The language itself is a biggest challenge, and in fact, that's a good aspect of the challenge came that we learn how to speak Arabic.
Yeah.
So that gave me extra knowledge about another language. So now I can speak Arabic.
Okay.
So I can speak in Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu. Urdu I learned in when I went to Lucknow, which is a very good language spoken over there. So Punjabi, because I was born in Punjab. So and Saudi Arabia, I learned Arabic. So the cultural shock, the language is itself a big challenge. When it coming down to country like Australia, which is of course in terms of language is never a problem,
Yeah.
but in terms of adjusting and establishing yourself and proving yourself
Yeah.
as that you are, may not be, you can say you need to be better than any other counterpart, but you are not less than that.
Yeah.
That is always a challenge.
Yeah.
And as compared to any other doctor of Australian born, you definitely have to work harder than them to prove yourself that you're not less than them.
Yeah.
So that is absolutely a big challenge. So you have to prove yourself, you have to work hard, and you have to work day and night to prove yourself. And then more senior rank you go, more challenges come in terms of proving yourself in your seniority role. That you can take in charge of a one big unit, or you can take in charge of a hospital level and manage the things.
Yeah.
That's the professional level challenges, and that definitely no challenge in this world you can overcome without hard work, day and night, and strong will and determinations. That yes, I can do it and I will do it. And that's the thing. That's the first thing. And second thing, yes, of course, you need support of your family and support of your friends. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Because when you come over here, your family, of course your close family is a family. What is left in India is far away for your help when you need an acute stage. Your friends around you is your family.
Yeah.
So you need their support. And their support, definitely, we've been lucky enough to get their support and to overcome these challenges of life.
And
Rest,
yeah,
my
definitely.
wife,
Ma'am, how
Preeti,
was
can-
your experience? Because in every different country there is a different ways to do work, different languages. How was your experiences with that?
Yeah, so look, I mean, I think challenges start as soon as you decide to leave your country.
Yeah.
Because in your country you still are in a very sort of protected environment, and then you have your family support, or extended family support there. So look, as Raj mentioned, yes, that our stay in Saudi Arabia, where we stayed nearly for 5 years, was very tough and challenging, again because of various other reasons. But I mean, any other country you go, look, as a doctor as well, we had to start right from the scratch, do exams everywhere.
Yeah.
So when we came to Australia in 2004, I had to go through all my exams despite having my qualifications in India and in UK. So it's a tough life then, when you're working.
And
you
any
have a
bad
young-
experience of your mom? from where you learn anything like when you start your career here, any bad experiences with you?
No, I must say that this country has been very pleasant, and really where I started working in Adelaide at Women's and Children's Hospital, I got a lot of support from all my colleagues and mentors, and that really helped me. And has been challenging because we had a young child, and just to everything was difficult. You come to a new place, new country, so not having anyone around. But yes, we have such good friends now who have really helped us all throughout, and I think we've learned more about the value of relationships, which sometimes I think back home we take it for granted, but here you have to build up your relationships, and they work very well, but a lot to give in. And a lot of sacrifices, and yes, study wise I had to give exams in this country as well, but really no regrets. I feel that where I am today, it's a lot of support, obviously because of my family, Raj, my children and friends, and then I think everyone has been very kind to me here. So Australia is a great place to live in.
And I'd just like to add here, we have a different role also. Like, of course, we both are doctors, and at the same time, we are running our own medical businesses too.
Okay.
So the challenge is in two ways. One is, of course, in our medical profession, establishing yourself as a doctor, and then on another part, which another hat we carry is running a medical business, establishing it.
Yeah.
So that is itself is a big challenge, as if for any business. And I think the biggest challenge was initial stages is, of course, when you come over here with the limited funds, limited money, and starting a business is not an easy thing. So business starting is need of course, initial fund, and a second thing need a right team. Team
Exactly.
of people you need who you think would be with you even though the things has gone wrong, and not working in favor of you. They will still trust your skill and your ability. Yes, you can do, maybe this time it didn't work, but we are still with you and you will win. So choosing a right team, I would say, is always a challenge, and that's where we as a business people, we spend a lot of time to choose the right team, right doctors and right people, management team, our secretarial job, level of people, and the people, those colleagues who are working with us, and they are really been working very hard with us to take us to the business. Our business is a Western Specialist Center, which was we started 2 years ago, and by God's grace now we are opening one center in end of the November, another one, and in early next year we'll have another one ready for that. And the third thing, I would say, the challenge, which I would say it may be a challenge, but it could also be a sort of a advice for the new business people or in the professional people, using their mentor. They plays a very important role in our life. We as a human being, we assume that I know each and everything, but actually this is not the case. We need guidance at each and every stage. We need mentor in each and every stage. My family background from India is a businessman. Like my parents was running a Kirana shop, and my brother was still running a Indian restaurant in Haridwar. So over them, when we were little, we were sitting with our parents, doing our job, whether it's even a very small job. But that experience added to the business value at this level, though at the business at this time is 1,000 times bigger than that. But that little experiences of life definitely added to me. Then my father was a very good mentor in these things, and I still remember the things which he taught us in a small level grade. And the similar mentor we met over here, many people, those who guided me through. So having a mentor, I think it is a challenge to find a right mentor, but you are lucky enough you find the right one, and you will always flourish in your life.
Yeah. So we always learn from small things as well.
Absolutely right.
So मिलते हैं जी छोटी जी ब्रेक तो बाद. ਸੋ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਦੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਜਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਸੋ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਅਗੇਨ and I just want to know about your medical business. We are talking before the break about the medical business.
The medical business is under name of Western Specialist Center. So around 2 years ago, we started in St. Albans.
Okay.
This is a unique medical center, which is first of its kind in Australia, as Western Women's and Children's Specialist Center.
Okay.
So nowhere in Australia, it's like having private women's and children health services. We have in a public system, but not in a private system. So I combined these two services together, and we started with this unique concept, and this concept really worked very well. And now we have one of the busiest center, women's and children in the West, and it's been really successful. And nearly we have around 19 specialists, including gynecologists, obstetrician, urogynecologist, pediatrician, pediatric surgeon, and pediatric psychologist. We all working in pathology. So all working under one roof. So the aim is that with this, that any health issues with women's and children health, they should see a Western Specialist Center. So they don't need to go to any other, for child problem I'll go here, and woman problem there, gynae problem here, obstetrics problem here. The aim is that they should get all these services under one roof.
Okay.
So taking that in mind, because of the public demand, people like it so well, and we are opening another one, which is a much bigger and a huge women's and children, a Western Women's and Children Specialist Center in Werribee. And which is at 113 and 115 Princess Highway in Werribee. And we have lined up, we already bought the spaces in a couple of places, and in next year and 2 years we will open more branches soon.
Okay, at the moment there are 2 branches in the St. Albans and
one is St. Albans, and another one in November we are opening in Werribee.
Werribee.
It's coming up in Werribee.
Yeah, in this November.
Yes.
Yes, in
Okay.
this November.
Okay.
And my wife is starting. Would you like to tell about yourself about my OBG
Yeah, so
business?
we are starting. So for those who live in the western suburbs of Melbourne, there is a new hospital which is coming up in Werribee, which is the St. Vincent's Private Hospital.
Okay.
So all of the western suburbs, there is no such private hospital. The nearest one is in the city. So we have a lot of public hospitals, Sunshine, Werribee, but no private. So a big hospital is coming up, and we are starting a private obstetrics group. So for women who want to have their own private obstetrician and deliver at St. Vincent's Hospital in Werribee. And the name of the group is My OBG. So we will be a group of 5 female obstetricians who will be delivering patients at St. Vincent's in Werribee. So yes, looking forward to cater the people of the West, because everyone had to run to the city if they wanted delivery in a private hospital, which will again, I think it will make a huge difference to the women of this side.
So when is going to be open, or exactly?
So the St. Vincent's Hospital is, they are starting on the end of January, around 31st of January 2018. And so women who are due after that, around from February or March, we would all be accepting, their referrals. And yes, so it's a group of 5 obstetricians. And the good thing is that all are culturally of different backgrounds. So we have obstetricians speaking Hindi, Punjabi, Vietnamese and Arabic.
Yeah, that will be
that
good
will
for the
cover
people,
quite a lot of population of the other side.
And another thing I'd just like to add, and that will again work under the same premises of Western Women's and Children Services, which is the same Western Specialist Center banner.
Okay.
So there will be multiple businesses providing different services for women and children. Like there would be women's physiotherapies, there will be women incontinence services, and women gynae services, women obstetric services, and in the same way pediatric child health, pediatric incontinence services like a bedwetting type, tongue tie services, then in whole pediatric health services and pediatric surgery, and pediatric allergy services would also start soon. So it's a big banner with a huge package of all women and children healthcare services we would be providing in the West.
Okay, and I just want to know about your one of project OMGA.
Yes, I'm glad you touched that.
Yeah.
It's one of my very passionate association.
Yeah.
I've been linked with the association for 5 years.
Okay.
So OMGA means as an Overseas Medical Graduate Associations.
Okay.
So that is the association of doctors, those who are trained or graduated outside Australia.
Outside of Australia.
And this association, as a new committee, we took over in 2012, and I was the general secretary from 2012 till May this year. So I just resigned because of the family reason from this year. And since then, and in 5 years, we really worked hard to make these associations to reach to this level where now this association is one of the premier association of the medical community in Australia. So with a membership base, it has tremendously increased, and we look after the not only the like a professional or professional need of overseas doctors. Any doctors who's coming from overseas, of course, they feel when they come as any person, they feel isolated. First thing is that they don't know how to enter into the medical system.
Exactly.
So that the knowledge, we try to help them into how you can enter into the medical system. We guide them through the pathway, how you can take step-by-step things. And if there is a need, they are stuck at any way, we provide them help, either by using our networking system to get their job in the system, whether in a public or private or GP. If they need training, we provide them our expertise. We run a lot of training programs for our general practitioners. As being a specialist, I'm a pediatrician, so we run a training program for them so that they can be, reach to the level they can pass the exams and being part of Australian medical system. Along with that, we also do another same banner, like a lot of philanthropic work, and we were running for last few years Mother's Day, and where we raise funds for some of the cause, and one of the Asha charity, and that Asha charity which works for school children and women's health back in India, and particularly in Bhopal. So we raise fund and every year, and that funds are directed to India.
Okay. That fund goes to India.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, through Asha Charity, and then we send over a Asha Charity medical team, and those who go there and train the healthcare worker back in India, and giving a medical education. So we made under the Asha Charity banner, we made few education programs for them.
Okay.
So like last January, whole of the team, or thing around 8 people went to India and for training, spent there around 10 days in Bhopal. Also, under the same banner, we do what we call is a Doctor Against Domestic Violence, which is a group of doctors who are ready to help women who are sufferers of domestic violence. As a pediatrician, I help them, their children, those who are sufferers of the same family, and we, as a group, under the group, we have a sort of a formal agreement that we will provide the medical need free of cost to them.
Okay.
And of course, we are also working along with that, the OMGA, with the Australian Institute of Human Rights and Health, which is headed by Dr. Manjula.
Okay.
And we are running a preventive program for family violence. And one of that program will be coming very soon, I think in 23rd of August in Thornbury Theatre.
Okay.
So under that banner of OMGA, we do a lot of activity for our medical professional, our community, and also for, we try our best to connect to the general public, because so far there is a big gap I have seen in the general public and the doctor community. Okay. So there is people feel hesitant to come directly and talk to the doctor. my aim was that, and still my aim is that, come to the public directly and bridge that gap, and so that they feel more confident of making their, of course making their decision, plus they can open up and talk their problem. Because who best can understand about their medical issues which are culturally based, traditionally influenced.
Exactly.
And being a pediatrician, I face these culturally based, traditionally influenced issues in our community every day. And as a pediatrician, as a obstetrician, my wife, she can understand better than anybody Australian trained doctor about culturally based, how this diagnosis is taken culturally.
Exactly.
Social taboos, like इंडिया में इफ़ यू थिंक अबाउट इंडिया में डायबिटीज़ होती है किसी को, या एपिलेप्सी होती है, मिर्गी के दौरे जिसका ਅਸੀਂ बोलते हैं, द ऑटिज्म है, they don't accept it, the diagnosis. पहली चीज़ होती भी है, होती भी है, तो we keep hiding it.
Exactly.
Till it reaches to the late stages. My aim is that to create a public awareness about that, all these medical problems to our community. And that's why we will be, as a medical community, we will be bringing this sort of program under Subring channel, and very soon, and where this program will be run on weekly and fortnightly basis for next 12 weeks initially.
Exactly.
And it might be extended later on different very common topic of health related issues in our Indian community or Indian subcontinent, or you can say a South Asian community, and how it is being taken in our community, how we can change their behavior in Australia, and that's what our aim is.
Ma'am, I just want to ask you the one question, very interesting question. What do you think, what is success for you, and how you like the balance your professional and personal life as well?
Yeah, look, it's a very good question. Success is something which can be perceived differently by everyone, right? You can't run after success. But what I have seen in all these years from my journey, as a child, from India, finally ending up in Melbourne, is that hard work and dedication and sincerity and honesty is the only mantra to success. All right. I do not know how I would rate myself as how successful I am, but I do my work honestly. I'm happy with my work. I try to serve the community as much as I can. I'm happy with my family life. I really try to balance hard between work and family life because, being an obstetrician, gynecologist, I have a lot of commitments in work as well. So I think a state of mind where you are happy, but it does not stop you. I don't think that I'm successful and I should not progress.
Exactly.
So I think you have to keep striving towards more in perfection in life, and the mantra to all this is hard work and dedication. No shortcuts at all. At least not, we did not experience that in our in our life. So this is what message I would like to give everyone, that keep working hard. Don't give up. Just have strong wills and dedication. Keep going. You will have some positive force around you. That is very important, a driving force. And look, success does come. Every day should be taken as a success in life.
Yeah.
So yes, hard work and dedication.
I would say, success is, God has been so kind to us, has given, I don't rate the success. You have a beautiful house, you got a beautiful lavish car, and you have so much of money in your bank balance. For me, success is God has given me that much that I can be of some help to my community.
Exactly.
If I can pay back to my community, God has given me that much, I'm successful. Rest all, जो कहते हैं ना इंडिया में, बाकी सब मिथ्या है.
बिल्कुल जी.
That's what the success rule is.
Exactly. और लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट मेरा क्वेश्चन ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਜੀ, ਕੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਯੰਗਸਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ, ਸਾਡੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ?
तो मैसेज प्रीति मेरी वाइफ ने पहले ही दस्ता
ऑलरेडी एग्जैक्टली वी लर्न फ्रॉम द मीनिंग ऑफ
सक्सेस जो है वो बिना हार्ड वर्क तो नहीं आती.
एग्जैक्टली.
एक मैसेज मैं एक इस तरह से देना चाहूँगा, कोशिश करने वालों की
जी,
कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती।
क्या बात है।
कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती, बिना मेहनत के कभी किसी की जय जयकार नहीं होती।
क्या बात है।
आई
सो
थिंक
ਐਗਜ਼ੈਕਟਲੀ हाँ जी बिल्कुल जी, बहुत अच्छा मैसेज ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਰਾਸ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਘੱਟ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਵੇ, ਪਰ ਆਏਗੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ। ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਫਿਰ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਲਈ ਰੱਬ ਰਾਖਾ।